Beth from scrappingwonders.com, and I'm so excited and happy to be part of this YouTube blog hop by Clique Kids, hosted by Clique Kids. There's so many amazing ladies in this lineup, and today I'm just going to be sharing with you a process video. So far I've only picked out this photo of my two men. I'm going to be matting it with this paper and this paper, and these both came out of the open book 6x6 paper pad. I have a plan for this cut apart somewhere. And then I have this heart die cut that I did with my Cricut a while back now, and it's actually been sitting on my desk. So I'm thinking of something along these lines with the photo here. I've already cut out one piece that I'm going to be sticking here like so. So I'm going to be backing all of the openings with some pattern paper. And I picked some pattern paper again from trying to use up my 6x6 pads. So I picked up some pattern paper from my 6x6 paper pads. I have the open book collection here, and I have a very old basic gray Hey Boy collection that I picked out some papers from. So these are all the papers that I picked out. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them all. I definitely want to bring in some green, I know, because of the green and my son's shirt, even though the green doesn't match. This I actually picked out to use as a journaling spot on the layout. So these are all the papers that I picked out to back with the heart. I have not decided yet if I'm going to go with a pattern paper or a plain white paper as my background yet, but I'll get there eventually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back my heart like so. So let me grab my trusty fine line. I just have some Scotch adhesive in here, and I will be backing all of them with this like so. So although this is a easy process, it can be a time-consuming process. So that's how that's going to be looking, and that's the process that I'm going to do, and then I will come back. All right, I am back, and my heart is done. I have backed it all completely. I have some two Prima paints from the Finnabair line. I have this green one, and then I have this, I guess it's a kind of a champagne looking color with some pink into it, some gold. It's gorgeous. It's stunning. They look great together. And I'm really happy with the way the color paint that I chose and my heart go together. And I'm just dry painting this onto the background. I'm meaning that my brush is dry. There's no water on these brushes whatsoever. And just making sure I have the right amount of paint that I want for each area. And that's it. I mean, that's all I do for the background, because I already have this heart, which I felt that if I put too much else, then everything would just be too busy. And then again, I'm drying it, but you have to be careful when you're drying acrylic paint because it can bubble. So I'm just giving it like a quick zap. I'm not doing a huge amount of drying. And again, it's acrylic paint, so it dries pretty fast in itself anyways. And then I'm going to go ahead and trim off, I believe, 1/4 of an inch I trimmed off on one side, and no, on two sides. I trimmed off 1/4 of an inch on two sides of my paper. And then I'm going to mat it on some paper that I had in my stash. This is from a Die Cuts with a View paper pad, and it worked fine for the process of matting the paper, because you can see the paper itself is not too badly warped at all. You can see me here fussing with the Fiskars trimmer, and I was not going to get the cut that I wanted, so I brought the paper over to my Caterpillar Pro that I have on the side of my desk and trimmed it off so I could get my 12x12 paper. And then just adding the, you know, my ATG tape to the back of it. And for some reason, this roll is a little fussy in regards to the tape is not staying flat when I'm rolling it on. It's driving me a little insane, but whatever. So here I am, and I'm just sticking it down on this paper, and then I'm going to go ahead and I believe I use score tape for my heart just because I wanted a stronger adhesive than the ATG gun. Oh, I lied. Okay. So I have this stencil from the Crafters Workshop, and Shimmers Paints is actually one of the sponsors for this blog hop for Clique Kits. So I definitely wanted to use some of my Shimmers products. I love these products, y'all. So this is Dazzlers, and it's a very, very heavy paint slash texture paste, and they're beautiful. They are so shimmery and so gorgeous, and I absolutely love using anything by Shimmers just because of the shimmer effect that you get. It's gorgeous, and the video does not do it justice at all. And I added the stenciling, not for the words itself, just for the texture, just to have a little more oomph in my background. So that's, I think I'm just going to leave this aside to dry. I zapped it with a little bit with the heat gun, but then I left it alone and then came back to it to dry. And again, it doesn't take a huge amount of time to dry, but I had errands and went ahead and did them. And here I am with the score tape. And then again, like I said, I'm using the score tape. You know, I have acrylic paint, and now I have the Dazzlers on here, which is thicker. So I needed something that was stronger, that, you know, my heart was going to be able to hold on to. I could have used the hot glue gun, but I didn't feel like messing with it. And the score tape, because it's such a strong adhesive, it really works really well for this. So that's what I used for that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add some score tape to my photo here. Did I back that photo? I'm pretty sure I did back the photo, but I can't. Oh, I did. I backed it a while ago. I backed it with some of those papers from my 6x6 paper pad. And then I'm going to grab that Snuggle Up, and that's going to be my title, and I'm just throwing it down on the wax paper so I can play with it. I fussed a lot with the placement for the title for this layout for some reason, which is unusual for me because I'm usually pretty decisive. And I really wanted the title there to be on the side, but then I was like, oh no, the G's are hanging on the baby's face, and that wasn't working for me. So here I am, I'm playing with the title. Gotta figure out where I'm gonna put the title. And then the photo here is selfies that of the baby and his puppy, and he tends to take selfies only with the baby. But I love it when he sends me those photos. So that's the photo that I wanted to scrap. And then here I am. I have all these stickers, and I'm trying to use them. I'm very bad at finding placement for stickers, especially when I have such a busy background as this. Excuse me. So I took a bunch off. Not a bunch of them made it onto the layout. That one, it says today is, and then it has some pink brackets. So I decided with that one, I was going to pop that one up on a couple of foam dots that you're going to see me do here in a minute. And that worked out really well. And I probably, in hindsight, should have written on the sticker before I stuck it on pop dots and onto the layout, but I didn't. But it was all good. It worked out fine. I grabbed my Signal white jelly pen that you're gonna see in a minute after I find placement for that title there that drove me nuts. So I end up with going the title on the bottom of the layout. That worked. I had to fuss with those letters a little bit, and I was happy with that. That worked. The other sticker says one of a kind, and I'm good with that as well. And then you're gonna see me come back here and fuss with all of these stickers. And then I think at this point I was just over it. I looked at some washi tape, none of it worked. You're gonna see me place, I believe, 2 different washi tapes on the top there. and just trying to get some more embellishments on. And I was looking at that probably doesn't look that bad when I look back at the video, but I didn't like it at that point for some reason, so I didn't go with that. Then I have this camera washi tape, which I absolutely love. The colors didn't look right. I didn't like the way it looked with that sticker, so that came off. And then I gave up. And I just went to my journaling. For my journaling, I did grab one of my Faber-Castell Pip pens. It's the medium size one for my journaling because, again, I do have mixed media down on the layout and the acrylic paint. And for something that's going to glide over that acrylic paint really well, I find that these pens work the best. I never have an issue with doing my journaling with these pens over any of my mixed media. So that's what I went with. And then here I just told the story of the two of them and how he likes to take selfies with the baby and how the baby likes to always snuggle up with him. And the baby is very into saying cheese these days. So as soon as he sees the camera go, he's like, cheese, and he has this adorable little, it's just adorable how he does it. So there I am writing the awesome onto that sticker. And I think after that, I call this layout done. I add, I try and find placement for those hearts and stuff, but that didn't work. So I grabbed that arrow and then I finally stuck that down, and that was good. I was happy with that. And this layout's done. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you have fun hopping along with the Clique kits. I will have some pictures at the end, some close-up shots of this layout. Thanks again. Bye.